Alright, we have a new event. Let's go to the event. Event. Oboro hates summer. Oboro really does not like summer, huh? Alright. Let's start the event with Clone Kaze again, because we need to upgrade the clone. Oh, we need more of the... We need more gems for upgrading weapon. Oh. Can we upgrade the skills? Yes. We need to do some skill upgrades for sure. HP, defense. There we go.
それがあなたの判断なら。
Dark office, illuminated only by the faint bluish glow emitted from the machine. In this dark, seemingly deserted room, a woman stands admiring herself in a full-length mirror, alone. I don't look half bad, do I? Driven by some kind of whim, she was examining herself in the mirror, while wearing nothing but a swimsuit. Wearing a swimsuit that perfectly assumed her shapely physique. As she imagines the faces of those in circular little jerks, a wicked smile spreads across her lips. But her cruel smirk slowly begins to contort her as she stares into her own reflection. I don't look half bad. What the hell am I doing? When a thought crossed her mind, a wave of profound self-loathing welled up from deep within. Ah! With a shriek, she swings her fist as if trying to strike herself in the mirror. The mirror shatters into 1,000 shards and drenches her hands in blood. But she doesn't even flinch. Instead, she furiously glares at the fractured pieces on the floor. What in the world has made her so angry? To find out, time must be turned back just a little. Nomad is a massive criminal syndicate that rules the dark underground metropolis in Yomihara. Yet, despite its foundation, Nomad maintains the facade of a legitimate mega-corporation. As with any organization, in mainstream society, quite a few of them receive summer breaks, traveling to holiday resorts just to flee a seasonal heat. The grunts gather outside their respective supervisors' offices to get their vacation authorized. Inevitably, those who work under the same supervisor are bound to swap vacation plans, share tips on travel spots, and laugh together over lively casual chatter. I went to that beach near Tokyo Kingdom last year. It was awesome because there was so many chicks. Oh, are you going to the same spot this year? I'm planning to go too, so to that same water park. Oboro remained perfectly still, watching with cold indifference as her underlings carried on their festive high spirits. Under normal circumstances, none of them would dare utter such a word in her presence. Call it the bewitching spell of summer vacation, but every single one of her subordinates was practically buzzing with excitement. Oh, have you all gotten summer vacation too? I'm heading to the beach with Miss Ingrid this year. Ina suddenly appeared out of nowhere and joined in on the conversation. Used to how she was, the Oboro ninja troupe didn't skip a beat, seamlessly drawing her into the loop as they kept chatting about their holiday plans. Oh, with Miss Ingrid herself? That's fantastic, Lena. I didn't get to rest at all last year due to so much chaos, but this year I'm going to enjoy the beach to its fullest. With Miss Ingrid, of course. I heard that the vacation spot is famous for its Japanese sweets. I'll bring some back as souvenirs for everyone. You really don't have to, but since you're offering, I'll take some. Good. Just you wait. As they continue to share vacation plans and promise one another, the atmosphere grows more festive. But Oboro's insides are charring black with every word they speak. And for good reason. She is a vampire. Oh, of course, I forgot about that. Of course, she's a vampire. She can't enjoy the beach because she's a vampire. Due to her condition, she cannot step beneath the sun. She will burn to death and leave nothing but a pile of ash. For Oboro, the idea of a summer beach with bright sunlight is a forbidden paradise that can never be beheld again. And yet, these subordinates of hers are rubbing their trivial joys of vacation plans into the very wound of her existence. Oboro felt her limit of self-control being tested as she gazed up upon Lena. Must be nice for you, isn't it? Some of us can't even bask in the sun, let alone on a beach. The insinuation was blatant. The other Oboro Ninja troop members recoiled as their faces drained of color, but Lena stood there completely oblivious and responded with a bright smile. Yes, I'm really looking forward to this trip to the sea with Miss Ingrid. Huh? Oboro stared at her, stunned into silence by the unexpected response. The Oboro Ninja troops sensed a shift in the air and glanced nervously at Oboro. As they caught sight of her pale, cold expressions, they scrambled backward while holding their breath. Well, we still have some work left to finish. Yeah, that's right, lots of work, so much to do. Oh, is that so? Well, you should finish up soon so you can enjoy your vacation without a single worry. Please, for the love of everything, stop talking, the Oboro Ninja troops screamed internally as they ran off. It's wonderful to see them so dedicated to their work. Well, I'll make sure to get everyone the best souvenirs. A hollow chuckle escapes Oboro as she looks at Lena smiling brightly. Deep in her heart, a dark desire to destroy that smile arises, but she grinds her teeth, forcing the impulse down. A high-ranking executive of no man should be throwing a tantrum like a child just because she's missing a trip to the beach. Besides, trying to explain this to Lena would only make her feel more pathetic. I don't care. Just get out of my sight. Oh, okay. But wait, Miss Oboro. What is it now? I heard that you gave up your summer vacation and volunteered to put duty at the Yomihara headquarters facility this summer. Your dedication to your subordinates is truly moving. I'm so touched by your selflessness. I promise I will bring you back the absolutely best souvenir from the beach as a sign of gratitude. The last shred of Oboro's restraints was finally about to snap. She clenched her fists and her face flushed in crimson rage. Is she actually trying to start a war? I can easily kill this brat. Lena, what are you up to doing? Miss Ingrid. I suppose it's time for patrol. Well, I'll be off then, Miss Oboro. The exact moment Oboro's killing intent reached its zenith, Ingrid appeared, and just like that, Lena went away in her direction. Oboro, excuse us. And with that, the two of them walked away. Ingrid probably didn't even have time to acknowledge what Lena had done to Oboro. Yet, the way she departed with a casual flick of her eyes towards Oboro left her reeling. To Oboro, it only looked as though Ingrid were sneering at her. After that humiliating incident, Oboro had retrieved a swimsuit from deep within her drawer to make herself feel better. But looking into the mirror now, the reflection does not offer any comfort. It just reminds her of the incident a while ago. Her rage was boiling, unable to be contained. Unforgivable. I will never ever forgive her, not when I'm trapped here in this wretched facility. Even when she looked objectively beautiful in the swimsuit, she just felt like a clown. She tried to drown her rage and forget everything, but Lena's sickeningly bright smile kept replaying in her mind. Her cry of agony echoes hollowly within the dark room, as Oboro wondered on how she can repay them this humiliation. She saw footage from one of the security feeds. In the footage, despicable Lena and the infernally carefree Ingrid were enjoying their vacation. The camera was showing a sun-drenched scene on the beach. Specifically, it was showing the resort area near the very underground facility that Oboro oversees. Just how much of a clown do they intend to take out of me, those jerks? It was such a coincidence that they chose the exact beach for their vacation. But Oboro didn't know that, nor for that matter did she care. Inside Oboro's mind, the rage toward Ingrid and her companion materialized into a single idea: revenge, to see those carefree smiles distorted into mess. And what needs to be done? As she sharpens her intent to avenge a wicked idea goes through her mind. Yes, that's it. I'll make sure you both have the worst vacation of your lives. Oboro pulled out her communication device from her desk as she glared at Ingrid and her companion on the monitor. The beach is full of warm sun and gentle sea breezes. While it was truly a breathtaking landscape, filled with the happy smiles of tourists and a serene, unhurried atmosphere, this beach held a single dark secret. This place is a private property of Nomad, that only members and acquaintances of the crime syndicate are allowed to enter. Right, this way, Miss Ingrid. Oh, thank you. It is an honor for me to be able to attend to a Hell Knight of your stature and your esteemed companions, ma'am. Ingrid gives a court nod to the smiling manager. Besides her stood her companions, Lena and Dolores, the latter wearing an expression of utter despair. Dolores is a demon of Yomihara, a distant relative of Ingrid, the daughter of a high noble. She's been on the beach with Ingrid's party once before, and she had sworn never to come back, yet here she is. Why the long face, Dolores? We're finally at the beach, and it would be a waste of time not to have fun. She was dragged to the beach again by Lena, one of her very few friends. I'm a natural-born hermit. I got a curse that drains my HP the second I step outside my house. I'm a natural-born hermit. I got a curse that drains my HP the second I step outside my house. Coming to the sea was a mistake. Any longer in the sun, and I'm going to turn into a charcoal, not get tanned. Seriously, stop being so dramatic. Lena tried to drag the whining Dolores to the water, but she was putting up a genuine struggle. Not that it matters anyway, since Dolores has no chance against Lena. After all, Dolores is just an introvert, hermit, while Lena is a Hell Knight. Here we go. No, I'm gonna burn. I don't want to burn. With a single effortless tug, Lena yanks Dolores out from the shade as she hears Dolores wail. You're being so dramatic. You won't burn that easy. Now let's put on some sunscreen. Lena began slathering sunscreen into Dolores' skin like a parrot dressing a squirming child. That's cold. Wait, that tickles. Stop. There, just stay still. Seriously, why are you so full of energy today? I mean, you've always been, but more so today. Well, I won't deny that. It's because today is a very important day for me. Is it about Ingrid? That too, but there's another goal for me today. Lena puffed out her chest, watching her dolorous face twisted into a mask of uncomfortable skepticism. She knew she had to ask away to avoid future nuisance. And what is this goal? As she had been waiting for that exact question, Lena nodded vigorously and said, "For Miss Oboro, who has given up on her vacation to stay behind and work all alone, our goal is to enjoy ourselves to the fullest on her behalf." Upon hearing Lord Lena, Dolores let out her long, shuddering sigh with a strong, disdainful expression. Well, enjoy this rare moment of vacation, but try not to get involved in any trouble like last year. Of course. Let's go, Dolores. Well, if you say so, Ingrid. Wait, stop pulling me. I can walk on my own. Lena responding with a figure, and Dolores, still lacking in energy, headed toward the beach to enjoy the sea. Meanwhile, in the monitor room at Nomad headquarters, Oboro sat with her legs crossed, glaring at the massive monitor with a look of dissatisfaction. Several of her subordinates gathered around her. She was looking at the scene from the security camera as Ingrid and her companions enjoyed themselves, relaxing. For Miss Oboro, who has given up her vacation to stay behind and work all alone, our goal is to enjoy ourselves to the fullest on her behalf. The moment Lena said those words on the screen, that brat, that wretched brat, for Miss Oboro? Her subordinates inwardly sighed as they watched Oboro scream. To think they had been forced to surrender their precious summer leaves all for this. Some of them were already stationed at the beach, tasked with monitoring Ingrid and the companions. But if they were discovered by them, it would not end well. What are you all doing standing there? I am being made a fool. Do you hear me? Oboro shouted at her subordinates stationed at the beach through the monitor. They could only listen in silence. Ruin their vacation. If you fail to do so, I'm sure you all know what will happen. But if we do something like that and get caught up with Miss Ingrid, we'll be punished or... As one of the subordinates who had been dragged here after having his vacation cancelled voiced an obvious concern, Oboro glared at his face with terrifying, ice-cold eyes. Ingrid will punish you, you say? Since when were you Ingrid's subordinate? You're afraid of getting punished by Ingrid, but you're not afraid of me. Is that what you're saying? No, ma'am. Then get out of there. Go and try flirting with them or do whatever it takes to ruin their vacation. Yes, ma'am. The Oboro ninja troops appeared on the beach with their slumped shoulders. They had at least disguised themselves as ordinary civilians. Now, only two choices remained for them. Go and get thoroughly crushed by Lena for flirting, or get thoroughly crushed by Oboro for not following orders. The latter meant certain death, but with kind-hearted Lena, there might just be a sliver of hope of escape. Clinging to that faint chance, they cautiously approached the girls. Alright, let's go. The Oboro ninja troop disguised themselves as just ordinary thugs with evil smiles and approached Lena and Dolores, who were just chatting. Oh, what a fine girl. You've got great taste, bro. Who are you? Hey ladies, do you want to have some fun? We'll take you to some place nice. Yeah, for sure, a very nice place. Showing their best impressions of sleazy thugs, that Oboro ninja troops did everything in their power to execute that single absolute order to ruin their vacation. Their standing order was to deliver an experience unpleasant enough to make them cry, utilizing any means necessary from... Okay. Unbelievable. The beach is always crawling with men like them. Lena stands protectively in front of Dolores, glaring at the men with cold eyes. If they were in Yomiharu on patrol, they would have been beaten them to the ground and arrested. But she was currently on vacation, and this was a resort, plus Dolores was with her. She wants to avoid any unnecessary trouble. I'm sorry, but we aren't free enough to entertain you, and I hate being hit on. Come on, Dolores. Okay. Seems they had successfully annoyed Lena, but she had quickly rejected her advances and was about to walk away. The entire scene was being transmitted via security cameras to Oboro at the facility, If they let them leave like this, they were guaranteed to be terribly punished by Oboro. Ah, they were saying that we'll let you little rats hang out without us. While feeling genuinely sorry deep down, one of them grabs Laura's wrist with all his might. As he thrusts her faces towards to intimidate her, Dolores froze her expression, one of pure terror. No, 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 get away! Get away! No! No, get away! Your face is disgusting! Huh, seriously? That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Hey, just calm down and focus on the act. What did you just say? What did you just say? The new member raised his hand, pretending as if he were about to strike, but at that moment, Lena stepped between them and caught the man's wrist. I can't overlook any acts of violence. Then what are you gonna do about it? You want to fight, do you? Even though it's all because of Oboro's orders, your appearance is exactly that pathetic. Bottom tier. They're failing to get a girl. The men take the amateur's fighting stances, waving their hands as if to say, come and get me. Seems you're incapable of understanding reason. Seeing them like that, Lena eventually decides to fight back. Alright, looks like we're gonna fight the spies. Hello, Mr. Spy. Fight Oboro's spies. Well, easy. Big guy. Mobster. God, this is infuriating. As expected, the thugs, the men of Oboro ninja troops who were thoroughly demolished by Lena. However, perhaps because they had fulfilled the mission from Oboro, the expressions of the fallen man looked somewhat relieved. Oboro's rage must have truly been that terrifying. Well, let's leave these pathetic losers behind and go back to Miss Ingrid, shall we? Sure. Let's do Rinko. I guess we'll finish with Vardra. Let's do Rinko next. Upon returning to Ingrid, Lena and Dolores explained the details of what just happened. Dolores, using both her hands and feet to express herself, vividly described the scene. You were just like a prince, Lena. A prince? At least say I looked like a knight. As Dolores boasted proudly, Lena turned her head away, looking embarrassed. Watching the two of them, Ingrid smiled faintly. Is that so? Thank you for protecting Dolores, Lena. Oh, it's nothing, Miss Ingrid. I only did what any friend would do. Lena's eyes sparkled at Ingrid's praise. However, Ingrid soon wore a look of contemplation. That being said, it seems that every time you come to the beach, you end up getting caught up in some kind of incident. No way. As I said before, today's supposed to be a pure vacation, completely unrelated to any official inspection or work. If something like that happened again, do not deal with it yourself. Call for me, or summon the manager. Aha, come on now. It's impossible that I'd get caught up in incidents every single time with the same pattern. Seeing her friend naturally stacking up bad omens, Dolores let out a deep sigh. Lena, you just jinxed yourself, you know that? No. This isn't an anime or a game. Yeah, this is not an anime or a game. Nothing bad ever happens. It's not an anime or a game, so... It was the same thing last time at the beach. The moment you said something about enjoying the vacation, we got dragged into some weird incident. Pooh, I understand your concern. But this beach is under the management of Nomad. Please rest assured, and enjoy your vacation. Not you too. Are either of you hungry? I received a few restaurant recommendations from the manager just a moment ago. Yes. Then, shall we head there right away? I'm worried, but I'm hungry too. So let's go. Ingrid and her companions began to head toward the restaurant recommendation. How stupid can that brat possibly be? How can she keep smiling after something like that happened? Oboro was furious that her intention to give them the worst memory of their lives turned into I beat up the bad guys and got praised by Miss Ingrid scenario. So you won't be broken by something this small, huh? Fine, I get it now. Taking a moment to catch her breath, Oboro composed herself, calmed her heart, and pulled out her mobile device. It's me, the placement of those things is finished, right? Release them, right now. The placement is finished, but these things are still in the experimental stage. We have no idea what kind of unexpected situation might occur. Silence, I'm the one giving the orders. Just shut up and obey. Understood. Releasing the test subjects. And how many would I... All of them. Oboro cut the connection after she shouted. On the monitor in front of her, the image of Ingrid and the companions heading to the restaurant was displayed. She wore a cruel smile, vowing to crush those grinding faces this time. Enjoy that peace of mind while you can. Savor your last moment of solace. Phew, I'm so full. Indeed, that place was certainly worth the manager's recommendation. Lena and Ingrid walked out of the restaurant with pleased expressions. Meanwhile, Dolores walked a little behind them, looking as if she were ready to drop dead at any moment. This is bad. At this rate, my muscles will surely be sore tomorrow. No, not just tomorrow. I'll be lucky if I'm not bedridden for the rest of the summer. Muttering complaints to herself, Dolores slowly drifted away from the two. I'll just hide somewhere and play the games I bought. Nice and easy. One step and then another, gradually putting distance between them, and slipped under the large parasol that happened to be right in front of her. Thinking to herself that it felt like a scene from a spy movie, Dolores adjusted the angle of the parasol and sprawled out underneath. A hermit like me, is better suited of playing mobile games in the shade than frolicking on a beach infested with normies. After she had been engrossed in her game for a while, someone began shaking her the parasol she had set up. Initially, she assumed the parasol had just been accidentally bumped, yet whoever was doing it kept at it, doubly rocking the shade. Seriously, what is your problem? If you're looking for someone to flirt with, go find someone else. Dolores shouted in annoyance, but the shaking did not stop. In fact, it even got a little more intense than before. If you don't cut it out, I'm calling my big sister. She is a famous Hell Knight, so you'd better, huh? Brains. As Dolores finally looked up from her mobile device, a rotting, stinking, walking corpse. A zombie was staring right at her. No, 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 no! It's a zombie! A zombie! Dolores shrieked about blaming Lena for jinxing, while scrambling to escape. Reacting to her sudden movement, the zombie bared its aggression as well. Dolores ran for her life, with the zombie in hot pursuit. At this rate, she was going to be caught as the stay-at-home hermit. She didn't have the stamina to drag out a chase like this for long. While she still had breath left, Dolores took a deep breath as a final resort. Ingrid! Lena! Help! Her scream echoed across the beach, and a few seconds passed. Dolores! Where were you? Lena! Ingrid! Lena and Ingrid appeared like a breath of fresh air, interposing themselves between the zombie and Dolores. Let's deal with these things first. Dolores, please explain the situation while we handle them. It seems to be an emergency, Lena. Take Dolores to the shelter. Yes, ma'am. Dolores, go hide in the shelter, and please, issue an evacuation warning to the tourists on the beach as well. Okay, got it. I will handle the enemies within range. Now let's go. Zombies! Zombie fish! Zombie whatever that thing is. Destroy the zombies! Just what on earth is going on here? Under Ingrid's instructions and Lena's quick response, the tourists on the beach were able to evacuate swiftly. This beach was under Nomad's management, equipped with near-perfect evacuation facilities. They had always taken more precautions for safety, so where on earth had zombies come from? Didn't I tell you? You jinxed it with your words. Come on, this can't be my fault. Right, I'm sure this is just a coincidence. Still, why would zombies appear here? Ingrid muttered as she checked the entrance of the shelter. It can't be helped, Lena. Our vacation is temporarily suspended. We are going out to search the surroundings. Determining that the shelter facilities would keep them safe for a while, Ingrid decided to take Lena and investigate the cause of the incident. Right, okay, so let's do... Could do Noah. Let's do Noah. They headed to a forest near the beach. Under normal circumstances, it would have been a quiet nature-filled, beautiful forest. But now, only traces of its past remained. Trees were toppled, walkways were broken, and the area was in complete ruin. Occasionally, the groans and screeches of zombies echoed from within the woods. Was it a good idea to leave Dolores behind? Was it a good idea to leave Dolores behind? So definitely would have gotten scared and cried, Lena said with a laugh, though her expression was slightly more rigid than usual. Lena, what do you think of the situation? If this had been an area where zombies regularly appeared, it wouldn't have been established as a resort in the first place. The scale of the attack was too large for it to be a mere coincidence. Furthermore, given the timing, maybe it's a conspiracy against Nomad by shaming us for failing to even maintain the security. Or our jurisdictional territory? Ingrid nodded at Lena's deduction. It seemed she had been thinking the same thing. There's just one thing that bothers me, but that's not what's important right now. First, to minimize the damage, let's neutralize the zombies in the area. Let's go, Lena. Yes, Miss Ingrid. Let's destroy the zombies. Let's destroy the zombies by the river. Let's check the cave, maybe? What's over here? The zombie lord. There's a zombie lord here. Got it. Two Hell Knights slew countless zombies, but their numbers kept multiplying. Over there, Miss Ingrid. It looks like new creatures are emerging from the cave. Indeed, I wonder if it connects to another location, or if... Shall we storm in? Yes, though it would be difficult to advance as we are. I will clear the path first. Time your strike. Yes, ma'am. Once their minds were set, no more words were needed. Ingrid's Black Inferno and Lena's Cherry Blossom Storm intertwined, creating a vortex of fire that burned like hellfire. The combined attack of the black flame and wind instantly incinerated the zombies, swarming at the mouth of the cave, carving a path deep into the interior. Well done, Lena. Now let's head in. Yes, ma'am. Are they gonna find out that Oboro is behind us? Let's see. For the next chapter, we'll do... Should we do Ingrid last? I think I'll do Ingrid for the final boss, if there is a boss. Let's do Anrose for this. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just do Anrose. Judging from the situation here, there is no doubt that someone intentionally released these zombies. Yes, it's unforgivable. The cave was thick with the stench of corpses. Ingrid and Lena moved cautiously, wary of potential zombie swarms. The wailing deep within never ceased, but there was no longer any sign of attempting to rush back as they had before. Could it be that they brought a massive amount of zombies into Nomad's jurisdiction? Or perhaps they were secretly breathing them here. Well, we shall know soon enough. The movements of the released zombies showed neither pattern nor purpose. Someone just scattered them around. Such an act did not appear to be targeted at any specific individual. If it was far too inefficient. In that case, the targets must be Nomad's reputation and nothing else. Nomad, as an organization, has many enemies. The list of suspects is far too long. Either way, the answer will be revealed once they reach the depths of the cave. Ingrid and Lena maintain their guard as they are headed deeper into the cave. Someone is here. And then they saw. Is this really okay? I know it's Miss Oboro's Dark Order, but performance testing within our Nomad territory seems a bit too much. What choice do we have? If we don't follow orders, we're the ones who will get in trouble. Several ninjas were talking to each other while moving a container full of zombie creatures. But this seems really dangerous. Then do you want to face Miss Oboro and tell her that in person? No way, I don't want to die. They were none other than Oboro ninja troops. A ninja troop under the direct command of Oboro, one of the top executives of Nomad. What on earth do you think is happening here? From what I hear, it sounds as though the whole thing is under Miss Oboro's order. With a deep, complicated sigh, Ingrid held her head in her hands. She wondered what on earth that woman was thinking. First we stop them. We'll hear the explanation afterward. Okay, understood. Following Ingrid's hand signal, Lena moved swiftly. She subdued the Oboro ninja troops, who were about to open the next container. Who are you? Stop this alleged performance test immediately. Who the hell? Wait, Miss Ingrid? I've received no word of a scheduled zombie creature performance test at this resort today. By whose authority are you doing this? That is, well... Stop this test at once. This reckless experiment has already disrupted the tourists, and the prestige of Nomad is on the verge of collapsing. We can't stop. Standing her way was a man who appeared to be the head researcher. Looking nervous, he instructed the others to continue their work, before turning back to look at Ingrid with fearful eyes. Are you saying you cannot follow my orders? We report directly to Miss Oboro. Miss Oboro's commands are our top priority, unless Miss Oboro tells us to stop. From their attitude, it was clear that they did not follow Oboro out of genuine loyalty or conviction. They were being controlled by fear. The researchers took out a remote control of some sort from his pocket and pressed a button. Instantly, the zombie creatures began to move, surrounding Ingrid and Lena. In that case, I will stop you by force. I'm with you, Miss Ingrid. Let's go. Stop these zombies. Ah, there's a facility down here. Of course there's a facility hidden in the cave. Ingrid and Lena subdued the resisting Oboro ninja troop and exterminated all the zombies. While Lina was busy restraining the falling ninjas, Ingrid searched the body of the man who appeared to be the head researcher and snatched something away from him. As expected. Were you listening, Oboro? Every little thing, Ingrid. What she had retrieved was a mobile device, still connected to the other party. Why did you release zombie creatures? This is a resort under the direct management of us, Nomad. You aren't so ignorant that you don't understand what that means. Do you really think I'd tell you that easily? If you're that curious, why don't you come here, show your face, and bow your head? If you do, I might just tell you. Oboro shouted with irritation and abruptly cut off the connection. Fine, I'll head over there right now. Have enough skill points. Can I don't have anything to upgrade. Okay, never mind then. Let's do Ingrid versus Oboro, I guess.
魔界騎士イングリッド入る。
The back alley of Yamihara is thick with tension. Amidst the crackling atmosphere, the two beauties glare at one another in a standoff. Oboro was sporting a cruel smile and brandishing her signature claws, and Ingrid was aiming her demon sword, the Dark Flame. Oboro. I've been waiting for this, Ingrid. Let's settle this once and for all right here. Oboro shouted with lethal intent, but then... No, wait a moment. Oboro, what are you? Ingrid stared at Oboro, blinking repeatedly. Her expression was one of utter bewilderment. What on earth are you wearing? She couldn't help but voice the question she had been holding back, and it was a legitimate inquiry. The attire Oboro stood in, neither her casual clothing nor her battle gear. It was a swimsuit. You wouldn't know. You never know the half of how I feel. Of course, Ingrid couldn't possibly understand the state of mind of someone who'd show up to fight wearing a swimsuit. Yet one thing was certain, Oboro's killing intent was genuine, and it was currently aimed at Ingrid. I'll kill you right here, right now. As Oboro screamed with raw frustration and prepared to charge, Ingrid inwardly sighed. She only came to ask why zombies have been released in a resort under Nomad's management. I guess it's not really the time for questions. Why don't you try to calm down? I just want to know the purpose of that performance test. If you are honest with me now, I will even cooperate in cleaning up the mess. I will release your subordinates too. It was clear that while Oboro was in earnest, she was not in her right mind. Therefore, Ingrid spoke slowly, hoping to de-escalate the situation. Unfortunately, it seemed to have the opposite effect. At Ingrid's words, which sounded like genuine concern, Oboro's last shred of patience snapped. In an instant, she closed the distance, her claws slashing precisely towards Ingrid's throat. Ingrid barely dodged a strike by a paper-thin margin. Oboro! Shut up, you hypocritical wretch! I know how you've been looking down on me this whole time. I'll settle the score for sure this time. As Ingrid parried evaded the relentless barrage of claws, she finally steeled her resolve. It can't be helped. I'll play it your way for now. Oh, it's a side-scrolling battle, okay. She teleports? Okay. Dark flame.
当然の結果だ。
After a fierce clash, the two stared, glaring at each other. Oboro's eyes were burning with fury and hatred, while Ingrid's gaze held a mix of pity and confusion. This wasn't the first time that Oboro had gone rogue and reckless, but her solo actions usually followed a certain logic. It was always about personal gain, whether it was for her status with a nomad or simple, cold, hard cash. She was a woman who moved strictly for profit. Yet for this incident, no matter how much Ingrid taught or investigated, there was absolutely no discernible benefit. Fine, if you do not wish to talk, then have it your way. But someone has to take responsibility for this incident, so I will write the incident reports based on my observations. Ingrid sighed at the silent Oboro. She must have her own reasons she'd rather keep hidden. If so, no more prying. Having settled that, the second question that had been bothering her bubbled up. Why the swimsuit? And how should I put it? Ingrid still hesitated to ask, even if this situation finally as if she had been given up on everything. Oboro opened her mouth. You dare patronize me? Fine, I'll tell you everything you want to know. It's annoying. Ever since I became a vampire, I can't even step into the sunlight, let alone the beach. So having to watch everyone around me prancing around talking about the beach, especially that girl of yours, Lena. And she actually has the audacity to say, for Miss Oboro, our goal is to enjoy ourselves to the fullest on her behalf. What a joke. So, you were trying to ruin Luna's vacation because of that? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I'd be lying if I said I didn't, but for now, I understand. I will give Lena a warning myself. And what about that swimsuit? I was only trying to ease the misery of being trapped in the facility during the beach season, alright? Make me say it again and you're dead. I see. After a brief silence, Ingrid opened her heavy mouth. I will let this incident slide. You should take some rest. I will handle the base management in your stead. Ingrid contemplated briefly whether to pat the dejected Oboro on the shoulder, but decided against it and walked away. Huh. Just how much longer are you going to treat me like a fool, damn woman? Oboro's sorrowful cry melted uselessly to the darkness of the night. Sometime after the zombie incident at the resort, a rumor began to circulate in the underworld. The rumor goes, thanks to Oboro, who had poured her efforts into developing the new zombie creature. Even while forfeiting her own vacation, the new models have performance far exceeding the existing ones. While sales of the creature skyrocketed because of this, they say that when Oboro heard this report, her face looked genuinely annoyed. Well, that was an interesting beach vacation. Oboro was jealous. Oboro was jealous that everyone got to enjoy the beach because she's a vampire and she can't handle the sun. Poor Oboro. She can't even go to the beach because she's a vampire. Can we unlock Oboro? Actually, yeah, we can unlock Oboro. I could unlock Oboro if I wanted to, but I don't feel like it. Alright, that was the event that Oboro Hates Summer.